For the past 24 hours, Republican strategists have been writing the epitaph for the tombstone of the Republican Party, telling us that Donald Trump has killed the GOP as we know it. The Republican Party is officially dead, and Donald Trump is the one who killed it, according to the Republican strategists. And this, of course, is based off of what just happened in the Georgia runoff elections, where Republicans, even though it was a close race, they lost everything. Here's the problem I have with this particular analysis. Donald Trump is not responsible for what happened in Georgia. I know, that's shocking, right? Something bad happens and we don't get to blame Trump for it, right? What happened in Georgia was the result of two things. One, energizing the base and getting the base active, and the credit for that lies with Stacey Abrams. So to say that Donald Trump and his endorsement of these individuals and his craziness over the last few weeks is what cost Republicans undermines the work that Stacey Abrams did. Sure, Trump is responsible for a little bit of the horrible things with the Republican Party today, but not all of them, probably not even most of them. And he dang sure isn't responsible for the victories of the Democrats in Georgia, either in the runoff or in November's election. Stacey Abrams did the legwork there, and she deserves the credit. Not to mention the black voters in Georgia who turned out in historic numbers for this runoff. They deserve credit. So to try to blame this on Trump, no. That's taking credit away from the individuals who actually went out there in Georgia for 2 years doing the legwork to make this happen. Trump didn't do that. The second reason this is a ridiculous statement is because the Democrats in this runoff actually had a platform. They actually had something to offer the American public, and that is $2,000 stimulus checks. Everybody just got their $600 or less check, and Democrats wanted more. Hell, Trump wanted more. But these two Republicans in Georgia, they were a little wishy-washy on it. They came around eventually. But Mitch McConnell wasn't. Other Republicans in D.C. were not. Heck, even some Democrats in D.C. aren't. But by the Democrats going to Georgia and running on the message that these Republicans are what is standing between you and real stimulus relief checks, that's a winning message. You offer the public something in exchange for their vote, you're more likely to win that vote. So that's the other thing that happened in Georgia. That's why you got, again, big turnout, partially Stacey Abrams, mostly Stacey Abrams and her efforts there, and offering the public something in return for their votes. That's what did it. This is not Donald Trump coming there and being an abject failure. It is not his months of insanity saying the election was rigged. No. That has created other problems within the GOP. Sure, absolutely. There's no question about it. The other problem I have by saying Donald Trump has destroyed the GOP, no. He destroyed what these Republican strategists thought the GOP was. The truth is, Donald Trump is the Republican Party. He is the natural evolution of what the Republican Party was destined to become. He didn't create that. Heck, a lot of the horrible things that he had proposed, like the wall, he wasn't even the first Republican to propose the wall in the 2015 Republican primary. He just seized on it and talked about it more loudly than the other Republicans on those debate stages. That's what happened there. The only thing you could actually pin just on Donald Trump and not the Republican Party as a whole would be his trade war. Other than that, he did exactly what Republicans have been doing for decades. He followed Mitch McConnell. He appointed conservative judges, enacted conservative policies, gutted our regulatory systems. That's something other Republicans have done as well. So Donald Trump hasn't destroyed anything. He just destroyed the facade that the other Republicans in the party had been hiding behind for too long. That has now dropped. But again, what happened in Georgia? Trump didn't do that. Real good politics did that.